वेलकम टू इग्निशन। मैं हूं स्वाति खंडेलवाल। देखते हैं आज के शो में क्या है खास, नजर डालते हैं हेडलाइंस पर। सुपर कार पोर्शा 718 Cayman GT4 RS हुई भारतीय बाजार में लॉन्च। इस पर खास बातचीत करेंगे कंपनी के ब्रांड डायरेक्टर से। 2023 BMW X1 ने ली भारतीय बाजार में धमाकेदार एंट्री। क्या है मिनी के अपकमिंग प्लान्स, जानेंगे कंपनी के टॉप मैनेजमेंट से। स्कूटर सेगमेंट में होंडा एक्टिवा एज स्मार्ट और हीरो जूम भी हुई भारतीय बाजार में लॉन्च। और साथ ही दिखाएंगे ऑटो वर्ल्ड से जुड़ी और भी कुछ खास खबरें।
कार के जुनूनी लोगों के लिए 2023 Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 RS को कंपनी ने भारतीय बाजार में पेश किया है, जो कि कंपनी की ओर से एक नया और रोमांचक मॉडल है। ये सीरीज में पहला मॉडल है जिसे मोस्ट अवेटेड RS ट्रीटमेंट मिला है, जिससे ये कार और भी ज्यादा ध्यान आकर्षित करती है। Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 RS को पिछले साल 2,54 लाख रुपीस एक शोरूम कीमत पर लॉन्च किया गया था। RS बैच के साथ ये कार और भी ज्यादा पावरफुल इंजन, कम वजन और तेज गति से लैस है। ये उन लोगों के लिए एक अविश्वसनीय विकल्प है जो शानदार ड्राइविंग रोमांच का अनुभव करना चाहते हैं। सेवन 718 प्लेटफॉर्म पर बनी एक हाई परफॉर्मेंस वाली स्पोर्ट्स कार है जिसमें 4 लीटर फ्लैट 6 इंजन मिलता है। ये दमदार इंजन 493 bhp की पावर और 450 Nm का टॉर्क पैदा करती है। इसकी पावर का अंदाजा आप इस बात से लगा सकते हैं कि ये सुपर कार सिर्फ 3.4 सेकंड में ही 0 to 100 kmph की रफ्तार पकड़ लेती है। वहीं इसके इंटीरियर की बात करें तो इस स्पोर्ट्स कार में आपको लो स्लग कैबिन सपोर्ट सीट्स, एक फ्लैट बॉटम स्टीयरिंग व्हील और 7 इंच टच स्क्रीन इंफोटेनमेंट सिस्टम जैसे फीचर्स भी मिलते हैं।
Well, Porsche is celebrating its 75 years of existence, and guess what? India is the shining star in this journey. While I'm talking about the numbers that it's done, the best ever numbers that Porsche has done ever, I have with me the brand director for Porsche India, Manolito, with me. Thank you, Mano. Lovely to have you, and congratulations. You've done the best ever in the history of Porsche for the Indian market. Clearly, it just shows the kind of commitment you guys have for the Indian market and the Indian consumer actually reciprocating that. So clearly, you know, this is looking like a serious market, a market that is for future for Porsche. So tell us, how excited, how happy are you about that?
Wow, no, I get impressed. So first of all, thanks for coming, and I would say yes, we are believing in India, and yes, we are 24/7 committed, 365 days to our dealer partners and also to our customers, and these two together, I believe, makes for us the positive future here in India. And having saying that, and as you ever mentioned, the last year we also wanted to celebrate the 2022, which was very significant. But not only because of achieving the higher sales numbers, there have been many things we achieved together with our customers, together what we achieved with our dealer partners. And I mentioned also, for us, I would say the starting point was the reconnection with the customers.
Yes.
So in 2022, starting by 2021, we did our exclusive nights. So we went to all cities where our customers are, and we made these appreciation nights. And I think that was very
the connecting
important.
with consumers.
Yeah, because this was something new. Actually, we invited everybody, and we said, hey, we want to listen and we want to hear what is your feeling about Porsche? What is your complaint? What is your demand? Tell us. Please,
Feedback. You took feedback. Yes.
What we can do better to serve better in future our products and services. And based of this, many things I would say started to work. And first of all, they said to me, yeah, we would like to drive your cars.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. Clearly understood, and there was also a clearly request from the press that actually we don't have enough fleet or press cars. So we said, okay, it's not just to have the test cars beside the dealerships, so we have to create the Porsche experience drive. So we did this, and we made it for 30 days, and we invited 450 customers which could come or even participate, even in Delhi and in the south, to make the experience drive. And I think that was also again a new experience, and then understanding it that people in India didn't really understand what is a Porsche or a used car Porsche. It was only focused on a new car.
Yes. So you brought that concept also and made people understand what it stands for.
Then we said we have to introduce Porsche approved, because there is no old Porsche, there's only new customers. And it's quite important to understand that Porsche is not just a new car, and that it's affordable maybe also for a totally different customer segment. And then we started to introduce it, and now we spread it out to all our dealerships, and they're all approved Porsche partners.
Fantastic. So there are lots of stuff that has gone into making what Porsche is today for the Indian consumer. Now the question is, what's in store for them as we go along? What's in store now for them as we go along? Like the products, when you talk about the new one that you've showcased, 718 Cayman GT4 RS, that's finally here.
Yeah, it's finally. There's so many highlights that I could not even give the highlights of this. And for sure, the biggest highlight is the Festival of Dreams.
Yes.
And this is just a starting point. We want to spread this festival whole.
You have 13 products that you've showcased, like all your.
And it's not just it's not just the product.
Yeah.
It's about the corner and the story.
Yeah.
The point is that actually in the morning we have our journalists here, and we want to take the time to explain each of the corner. And you see the background is different. You see here the 718
Each has its own story.
Have its own story.
Yeah.
And even if you scan, you will get the story about the car.
Fantastic.
About it. You will see exclusive manufacture.
So you feel connected. There's so much emotion
you see
with
here
it.
the car-to-car race.
Yeah.
You see about the soul electrification, the GT, our Macan GTS. Then comes the Cayenne, which even standing behind a waterfall, so that people understand it is capable for all terrains. And then they have the timelapse machines. So everything has its own story. And this is all like the basic, and then we have the food corner, and you see in the background, these are the race tracks of India. And every element, and then we have the lifestyle.
So very
garage.
thoughtful. You thought about the emotion connect.
It's all about emotion. Yeah. It's actually, you can't sell a Porsche. It's impossible. We just can create the buzz and the understanding and feeling about the Porsche and offering the service. And then the customer or the potential customer will decide either we fulfill or not fulfill his requirements.
Okay, sure.
And that's where we're coming from.
Okay.
And yes, and then by then 780 Cayman GT4 RS, which we just presented, and you see the crowd about these cars.
Yeah.
Because yes, it's a race car, and we are a company which has the racetrack in DNA.
But have you seen the temperament of people of our country change, in the sense that, you know, luxury or sports car were a very small part of the big universe? Of course, even today it is small, but the acceptance or the aspirations perhaps have gone up. So how do you see the Indian market evolve in the luxury and sports car, segment?
But as I said, we must be engaged 100%. We must be motivated to serve to the customers, to make it understandable how and where they can utilize the products. We have to give them the cars to test, and then automatically we get a response. And that makes it what it makes currently, and that's a positive.
It's a product for them to see and feel and
as
decide.
you said, every action has a reaction. So we are doing most what we can to present our products, to present our service to the market, and the response is coming from the customers.
Okay, response clearly is coming very, very strongly. So my last question is, have you sold out all your cars already, the allocated ones, and people will have to wait for more years, or you're...
No. Actually,
how is it looking?
The bookings. The booking is mostly based on the current situation where we are now, and I know only that I have 779 customers, and now I have to serve the 779 customers. And this 779 customers help us to make the new bookings, and then with these new requests, we will get the allocation, and then there will be a number which we will come out. But every number which we come out is more important that everybody behind this number is happy and that we have built a strong backbone and that tomorrow we don't fall over the numbers which we achieved. And that's what is so important.
That's important, to retain what you have and then grow
Absolutely.
from there.
And then
All
it
right.
comes by himself.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're
Lovely
welcome.
speaking to you, Malo. Always a pleasure.
BMW ने बैंगलोर में BMW जॉय टाउन फेस्टिवल में भारत में न्यू जनरेशन BMW X1 को लॉन्च किया है। 2023 BMW X1 को भारत में पेट्रोल और डीजल इन 2 इंजन ऑप्शन के साथ पेश किया गया है, जिसमें दोनों ही वेरिएंट केवल एक ट्रिम में उपलब्ध है। इसका पेट्रोल वेरिएंट X लाइन ट्रिम में पेश किया गया है, वहीं इसका डीजल वेरिएंट ज्यादा स्पोर्टियर M स्पोर्ट्स ट्रिम में उपलब्ध है। BMW X1 की कीमत पेट्रोल वर्जन के लिए 45,90,000 एक्स शोरूम तक जाती है, वहीं इसके डीजल वेरिएंट की कीमत 47,90,000 एक्स शोरूम तय की गई है। इस प्रीमियम कॉम्पैक्ट एसयूवी को आप 50,000 रुपए की टोकन राशि देकर बुक कर सकते हैं। कंपनी का कहना है कि इसके पेट्रोल वेरिएंट की डिलीवरी जून 2023 में शुरू होगी, जबकि इसका डीजल वेरिएंट मार्च 2023 से बाजार में उपलब्ध होगा। (2023) BMW X1 अभी तक की सबसे बड़ी X1 है। ये नया मॉडल अपने पिछले मॉडल की तुलना में 53 mm से लंबा, 24 mm से चौड़ा और 44 mm से ऊंचा है। वहीं इसका व्हील बेस 22 mm से बड़ा किया गया है। नए X1 का इंटीरियर अब पहले की तुलना में ज्यादा प्रीमियम और आधुनिक दिखाई देता है। इसके केबिन में 10.7 इंच का इंफोटेनमेंट सिस्टम दिया गया है। वहीं इसके स्टीयरिंग के पीछे भी आपको 10.25 इंच का इंस्ट्रूमेंट क्लस्टर देखने को मिलता है। फीचर्स के तौर पर इस नई कार में कंपनी ने 12 स्पीकर हार्मन कार्डन साउंड सिस्टम दिया है। साथ ही इसमें कनेक्टेड कार टेक्नोलॉजी और ADAS जैसे फीचर्स भी मिलते हैं। वहीं लगेज के हिसाब से 2023 X1 में आपको 476 लीटर का बड़ा बूट स्पेस मिलता है। पावर की बात करें तो BMW X लाइन में आपको 1.5 लीटर 3 सिलेंडर पेट्रोल इंजन मिलता है, जो 134 bhp की पावर और 230 Nm का पिक टॉर्क पैदा करता है। यह इंजन 9.2 सेकंड में 0 to 100 kmph की रफ्तार पकड़ने में सक्षम है। वहीं इसके M स्पोर्ट डीजल वेरिएंट में 2 लीटर 4 सिलेंडर इंजन दिया गया है, जो 148 bhp की पावर और 360 Nm का टॉर्क पैदा करता है। ये इंजन 8.9 सेकंड में 0 to 100 kmph की रफ्तार पकड़ लेता है। ये दोनों ही इंजन 7 स्पीड ड्यूल क्लच ऑटोमेटिक गियरबॉक्स से जोड़े गए हैं। हालांकि इसमें आपको ऑल व्हील ड्राइव सिस्टम नहीं मिलता है।
Hello and welcome to this very special conversation. I'm here at the Joy Town in Bengaluru that BMW has set up. The group has been doing these events in different cities. A nice, interesting format of how music blends with their cars. Today we are going to focus on Mini. That's the brand that, of course, we all are synonymous with. To discuss more about the brand and really where is it headed when it comes to India, what are the plans for the Indian market, how big is this opportunity that Mini will look at. I have with me somebody who's flown down from Germany to be here with us, the head of their Mini Asia Pacific, Eastern Europe, Middle East and Africa. Well, these are the markets. Well, I read it. That's why. Pierre Jalady, Vice President, thank you very much for joining us.
Pleasure,
lovely
Sati.
to have you,
Pleasure,
Pierre. First and foremost, as we know that Mini is a brand which is obviously a very strong brand that people relate with. What is the next big thing that you will be working on to make this brand even bigger? I'll talk to you from the Asia Pac point of view and then we'll come to you.
No, for sure, for sure. Mini is indeed a strong emotional brand.
Yes.
I think we have a picture behind us. When you see a Mini, you smile. And that's basically a big connection that we have. So we want to make, the way that we want to make the brand bigger is to make even more people to smile. That's why we have a big love. Big love is very important for us and we want to expand that. So that's one way the brand will play a big role. But also we are looking for a new derivative, new generation to come. Electric is actually, it's quite recent that Mini is becoming an electric brand.
Sure.
Only 2-3 years ago now, so quite recent in the history, but still extremely successful. And yeah, we are looking at the future from a perspective of developing markets where there is strong potential, and in this region there are many markets with potential of growth, and India is playing a big role in this opportunity of growing and attracting new customer set.
Okay, great. And so that's the vision, that's the roadmap we're looking at, and electric is the theme, as you talked about, and I think the world is anyway talking about it, and all the auto companies are eventually transforming there. But let's understand first the market potential that India has, and I'm asking you this because you take care of the entire APAC region, and we just discussed how that area is becoming very relevant, and there is so much room for growth. So where does India stand at this point in time? We are very small, but let's say next 4-5 years, what is the kind of head up that you see it taking on?
No, and I'm saying that to the team locally, very often in the region there is no small market. There is no small markets because for me I'm looking at the region from a growth perspective. So rather than the volume itself, I'm really looking at the growth potential. And we are looking, and even this year actually the team managed to, in India, to achieve a very strong growth, 2 digits, in a period where the world was affected by restriction, by the war, by inflation. This team Mini in India has been able to prove they can master any challenge that come and continue to grow. So for me, India is one of the candidates to support the growth of the region. That's really where we want to go, and this was the case last year, and I'm sure this year is on fire. The team is on fire to make sure that it's going to be another record year for Mini.
Sure, record year already, and another one in the
to come.
offing. So that's how you're gearing up for. But tell us the kind of promise this market gives you, and then the opportunity to perhaps start localizing and making these products here. I think that perhaps will be the way forward. I don't know. How best can you explain that?
Yes, well, we have a new generation coming, so we want to make sure that it's available in all markets. Depending on the markets, we have to find the best way to operate, but clearly we want to make sure that Mini next generation are also coming in India in all the possible form to make sure that we are successful. We also have the vision as a brand, not only for India, by 2030 to have the entire Mini lineup fully electric. It's already going to be the case for the next generation, so all cars will be electrified. Not only electrified, but all cars will be electrified. And this is a trend where we are going. So for us, and that's where I see really India is a market with it's quite stable as an economy, and we see some very promising outlook. We see also the middle class really developing, structuring. So for us, India, it's very much about the opportunity, about the main urban area. How can Mini be very strong in this area? Not only from a brand perspective, but also how can we better connect, and can we further connect with these people living in cities who want to have a first cool car to go to work or to enjoy whenever they want to go out.
Thank you very much. Lovely speaking
My
with you.
pleasure, Swati. Pleasure. Thank you.
ऑलराइट फ्रेंड्स, अब वक्त हो चला है एक छोटे से ब्रेक का. जिग्निशन में हम ऑन द अदर साइड आपके लिए और भी कुछ खास खबरें ऑटो वर्ल्ड की दुनिया से लेकर आएंगे. आप कहीं मत जाइएगा.
हीरो मोटोकॉर्प ने भारतीय बाजार में अपना एक नया स्कूटर लॉन्च किया है. इस स्कूटर को कंपनी ने हीरो ज़ूम नाम दिया है. इस 110 सीसी स्कूटर के जरिए हीरो की प्लानिंग टीवीएस जुपिटर और होंडा एक्टिवा स्मार्ट जैसे स्कूटरों को टक्कर देने की है. कंपनी ने इसे 3 वेरिएंट में लाया है, जिसमें इसकी शुरुआती एक शोरूम कीमत 68,599 रुपीज़ रखी गई है, जो कि टॉप मॉडल के लिए 76,699 रुपीज़ एक शोरूम तक जाती है. इस तरह से ये स्कूटर होंडा एक्टिवा स्मार्ट से करीब 10,000 से सस्ता है. होंडा ज़ूम को शार्प और मॉडर्न डिजाइन दिया गया है. ये ऑल एलईडी हेडलैम्प और एक्स शेप वाले एलईडी टीआरएल के साथ आती है. इसके अलावा इसमें ब्लूटूथ कनेक्टिविटी के साथ फुल्ली डिजिटल इंस्ट्रूमेंट क्लस्टर और 12 इंच अलॉय व्हील्स भी दिए गए हैं. ब्लूटूथ के जरिए डिजिटल डिस्प्ले को स्मार्टफोन से जोड़ा जा सकता है, जो कि कई जानकारी को दिखाता है. नए हीरो ज़ूम स्कूटर में 110.9 सीसी सिंगल सिलेंडर एयर कूल इंजन दिया गया है, जिसे CVT के साथ जोड़ा गया है। ये इंजन 8.4 bhp की पावर और 8.7 Nm का पिक टॉर्क पैदा करता है।
Lot of study from the consumers. What are they looking for? What are young India looking for? And they're looking for sporty, for style, for speed, for high tech, and that's what we packed in. So we went back to the basics and really created a completely new form factor and a new design with technology. All of that put into this. It's got many industry firsts, very sophisticated corner bending lights, so that when you navigate through dark alleys and roads, the light comes on as you lean in on the right or when you lean in on the left. So it makes it really safe for you to see what's around the corner. And that's beautiful. For the first time ever, Hero's brought in, into the scooter industry, these kind of lights, which is HICL, Hero Intelligent Cornering Lights.
होंडा मोटरसाइकिल एंड स्कूटर इंडिया ने नए एक्टिवा 6G मॉडल लाइनअप में अपना एक नया महंगा वेरिएंट जोड़ा है, जिसे स्मार्ट नाम दिया गया है। होंडा एक्टिवा स्मार्ट पूरी तरह से कीलेस काम करने में समर्थ है। एच स्मार्ट नाम की इस चाबी में स्मार्ट फाइंड जैसे कई खासियत दिए गए हैं। होंडा स्मार्ट की कीमत कंपनी ने 80,537 रुपीज रखी है। बेंटले मोटर्स ने नया अल्ट्रा लग्जरी बेंटले बेंटाइगा एक्सटेंडेड व्हील बेस वर्जन को भारतीय बाजार में 6 करोड़ रुपयों की एक शोरूम कीमत पर लॉन्च किया है। ये पूरे बेंटाइगा रेंज में सबसे आरामदायक मॉडल है। इंजन की बात करें तो बेंटले बेंटाइगा EWB में 4 लीटर V8 ट्विन टर्बोचार्ज पेट्रोल इंजन दिया गया है, जो 8 स्पीड मैनुअल ट्रांसमिशन के साथ चारों पहियों पर 542 bhp की पावर देता है। ये लग्जरी SUV 4.6 सेकंड में ही 0 to 100 kmph की रफ्तार पकड़ लेती है। वहीं इसकी टॉप स्पीड 290 kmph की है।
ऑलराइट फ्रेंड्स, आज के शो में बस इतना ही। आप भेजते रहिए अपने सवाल, हम उनके जवाब आप तक ज़रूर लेकर आएंगे। उम्मीद है आपको हमारा शो पसंद आया। आप अपने सुझाव ज़रूर भेजिए, अपने सवाल भेजिए। हमें ट्विटर, फेसबुक, ईमेल के द्वारा रीच आउट कर सकते हैं। मेरा ट्विटर हैंडल @swati_k_jain, इंस्टाग्राम हैंडल @swati_khandelwal_jain, ये भी आप एक्सेस कर सकते हैं। एज आई ऑलवेज से, सेफ्टी का बेहद ध्यान रखिए। इनफैक्ट अब रेगुलेशंस भी टाइटन हो चुके हैं। सीट बेल्ट पहनिए, आप गाड़ी में आगे बैठे हो या पीछे, डजेंट मैटर, सीट बेल्ट इज मैंडेटरी फॉर योर सेफ्टी एंड फॉर योर फैमिली सेफ्टी। तो सीट बेल्ट पहनना बिल्कुल भी मत भूलिए, इसको एक आदत बना लीजिए। सिमिलरली जब आप 2 व्हीलर पे हैं तो हेलमेट पहनना बिल्कुल भी मत भूलिए, क्योंकि जान है तो जहान है। जय हिंद।